You're the founder and CEO of Glossier, but for people that might not be as familiar with the company as I am and others are, how do you define the company and your role today?
The best way to describe what Glossier is and what it is that we're building is we're building an ecosystem for women to co-create the first massive beauty company, really the biggest beauty company of this next century.
One reporter recently called you the woman who birthed millennial makeup. Do you think of yourself that way?
A large number of our customers are millennials. I think that has to do with a couple factors. One is that millennials are shopping online a lot. And two is that beauty is a massive category on social media and online. So it's the second biggest category on YouTube. 60% of women say that the number one reason they choose to buy a new beauty product or try a new beauty product is through a peer-to-peer recommendation. And often what that means is not two women sitting across from each other at the brunch table. No. It's someone who they saw on YouTube, it's someone who they saw on Instagram. And so it's a highly shareable and very topical subject.
One of the goals that you talked about when you started the company was to create a beauty company whose sweatshirt you wanted to wear because it's so much more than just a product.
First of all, being a brand is tricky. The world is moving so fast. There is so much newness. We're in an age of, in many ways, fast fashion, fast dating, fast friendship. Everything is, at the tip of your fingers. And with brands, I think what's so important today, and probably has always been important, are two things. Really, everything with a great brand comes down to two things, and that's value set and quality. You cannot have a great brand without great quality, in my opinion. You cannot have a lasting brand without great quality. And more so today, I think, especially when it comes to beauty and self-image and women, you have to have a value set that relates to the values of today's woman.
So what are those? When you think about your values as a company, people should know your products, by the way, are priced between, what, 12 and
38, roughly.
Okay, so this is quite different than, say, a Chanel, for example.
Yes.
One of your identifying factors, obviously, and you've talked about being on a mission to democratize beauty. So price points can help do that.
Yes.
What else?
I think just generally, our core value that really permeates everything we do, and I think that our community would echo back to us, is how inclusive Glossier is. And beauty historically, and in many ways fashion, has been built around exclusivity. So, you can't afford this product, you're not the right weight, skin type, socioeconomic background to participate in this product. A lot of the tenets of luxury are really based around exclusivity. What's so great about beauty, though, and that I love, is that people have really replaced retailers, brands, and even brand-appointed experts as the bearers of opinion about beauty. And so what I love about beauty is that because so many women can participate in it, it's much easier to get a $12 glossierbalm.com than it is to get a $3,000 Gucci handbag. It really turns into this connective tissue between women.
And you are a brand, although celebrities use your brand, you do not pay celebrities to market and advertise your brand. Your relatively new ad campaign is very distinctive and can be defined as inclusive. I mean, the women in it, on it, all different races, all different skin types, all different weights, etc.
And not models.
And not models, right? So what does that tell us about where you believe this industry is going? From the industry that I viewed growing up as a teenager, as every single person advertising it was perfect.
What is important, I think, today is to understand that beauty enables you to be on a journey. Beauty enables you to, really become your own expert and become the author of your own routine. There's no one size fits all. Really, newsflash, there never has been. The truth, though, is that the channels that we were able as consumers to tune into were much fewer and further between. We are in an era where you have so much choice in who you want to tune into. On Instagram, on Facebook, on the news, on TV. And beauty is no different. So the power of beauty consumerism used to lie in the hands of art directors, of celebrities, of brand-appointed spokespeople, and that's because that was the only option. But now that we are in an era of social media, that is not the only option, social media is the preferred option. It is like statistically proven, right, that women want to listen to other women as opposed to brands or brand-appointed experts.
They trust them more.
What Glossier has to say about Glossier is actually far less relevant than what our customer has to say about Glossier. So we are one voice among many, and that's the way we want it.
So then what happens, Emily, to these multi-million-dollar ad contracts that big beauty houses pay movie stars and supermodels? You don't use any of them, and you're doing pretty well.
I think, the era of putting all of your eggs into one basket is very much over. So backing any one person, be it a movie star or even a giant influencer, now that we're shifting from movie stars to the era of influencer marketing, at Glossier, we've always believed that every single one of our customers is an influencer. And I care so much about the customer and about branding today and what it means to be a good brand. And I very much believe that to be a good brand today, the brands of the future are going to be co-created. They're going to be co-created with the customer.